Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie, and on this video, I'll be walking through how to use the revenue recognition field map feature in NetSuite. So first thing we'll do is we'll navigate to Setup, Accounting. If we scroll down a little bit, if we have the revenue recognition feature enabled in NetSuite, you'll see this revenue field mapping available under the revenue section. Now you can see I have a couple of revenue field mappings already set up here. So if we take a look at this one, when you are creating these revenue recognition field map entries, first thing you'll do is enter a source record type. So our options would be transaction line, and we can also choose the project revenue rule. Now for this one, we particularly only want to look for the sales order for the transaction type. Now there are multiple transaction types you can select from for revenue recognition. And you can also choose which particular custom form you want this field map to apply to. Then you will select the source field from, in this case, a sales order. And we chose the RevRec start date, which is a line level field on the sales order here. And we are saying that when a revenue arrangement is created from the sales order, we would like that start date field on the revenue arrangement to populate with whatever we entered for the RevRec start date on that sales order line level field. We can also enter in a start date and an end date for this particular field map, the time range or the date range we want it to apply. And you can also check for it to automatically update this target field when we update this source field on, in this case, the sales order. We can leave it unchecked if we don't want any updates to that sales order field to change the target field in the already created revenue arrangement. And then we also have a description field where you can enter in a description, but you'll go ahead and click save once you've entered in all of the relevant fields. And going back to our list here, we have for the sales order, when we create a revenue arrangement, the start date and the end date will populate from these sales order fields. So we have these two rules here that I'm going to demonstrate. So I'll go ahead and create a sales order. Here on our demo account, so I'll enter in a test order here. I'll select a location. Now this item is going to recognize on creation of fulfillment. It's based off of a fulfillment rule that we have set up. And I'm going to scroll to our right to find these two fields that are the source fields for our rules. Say rule 30th. We're going to save this order. Now, since this particular item is recognizing or creating the arrangements upon fulfillment, I'll go ahead and fulfill this order. And I will manually update arrangements and plans. Successfully. Okay. Now, if we were to go back to our sales order we just created, we should now see that revenue arrangement that was processed. And if you look at the start and end date fields, which were our target fields, you'll see that they populated from the RevRec start and end date fields from our sales order. So that is how we can manipulate which fields we want to automatically map to on our revenue arrangements using the revenue recognition field map feature in NetSuite. Thanks for listening.